Hello everyone, welcome to the midnight snacking session by Amul. So today what we're doing in the midnight is we're going to Greece. Okay, there is a Greek dish known as Spanakopita. This is Spanakopita and we're going to make a dip which is again, it comes from Greece, which is known as Tzatziki. So now coming to Spanakopita. Spanakopita is a spinach based pie which is eaten in Greece. It's with spinach and cheese. So I'm gonna alter it. Instead of a pie, we're gonna make triangles out of it with a dip with this tzatziki. So let me take you to the ingredients of what we need for this Spanakopita. First of all, we need blanched spinach. I have blanched spinach over here, which is already blanched. 1 minute of blanching, and I've just left it to rest. Then we need garlic, we need Amul butter, we need Amul cheese, we're using Amul paneer, salt, black pepper powder, I'm using samosa patti, and lastly we need oil to fry. So first we do the Spanakopita, later on we go for the dip which is tzatziki. Alright, let me show you first for the Spanakopita. I'm using garlic which I have already chopped, and spinach, palak, which is already blanched. I'm just going to chop it. So we're going to start with the filling of it first, and then we do the rest of the cooking. So basically it's like a samosa. I'm making like a samosa by using samosa patti. I'm going to fold it and deep fry it. So here I have my blanched spinach. I'm just roughly chopping this spinach. It's already blanched, so you just need to saute just to take out extra moisture into it. But once you blanch, make sure you add a little bit of salt to it, just a tip, to retain the color. It retains the color, and as soon as it's 1 minute, you keep an ice water bath, drop the spinach. Again, it helps in retention of the color. It stops the cooking to happen further, and so that you don't lose the color of the spinach. So that's a small chefy tip. Okay, next we are going to the pan. We are making a filling out of it. Making a filling with all of this. So I have my pan on. On another side, I already have a wok of oil which is getting heated on a medium flame, so that once we wrap everything, we can further go and deep fry it. So let's start with the filling of this Spanakopita. So I'm using Amul butter. I'm using a teaspoon of butter. Because spinach garlic goes well with butter. It's optional if you want to use oil, olive oil, your call. You can go for it. Alright, so we'll melt the butter first. In that I'm going to add this chopped garlic. I've roughly chopped garlic. About 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, fresh garlic. We allow the pan to heat up a bit. So we'll spike it up. Make sure you don't burn the butter. Do not burn the butter. Be careful, if your flame is too high, the butter might burn. Just gonna lightly saute this garlic, and I'm gonna add this chopped spinach to it. Saute it for a minute, and then we're gonna take it out. So my garlic is happening. Again, I repeat, I'm doing Spanakopita, which is a Greek dish, which is basically a pie made with spinach and feta cheese. Feta cheese is quite famous and it's from Greece. The cheese is too salty, but here today I'm alternating the spinach with paneer and Amul cheese. So we come back to the pan. You see my garlic? You don't have to brown it. It just needs the bite. So now, once the garlic is done, again, maximum 2 minutes for the garlic, and then we're gonna add spinach to it. The moment you add spinach, time yourself, 1 minute should be more than enough. There goes my spinach in. Lower the gas. This is one full bunch of spinach which has come down to that quantity. So now basically what I'm trying to do over here is my pan is flavored with garlic and butter. So I'm going to take all of that butter and garlic into the spinach. So my spinach becomes flavorful. It's packed full of garlic flavor. I do not want to add any kind of herb to it because my dip already has a herb. And my Spanako Pita is going to be flavorful with garlic. It's going to be garlic flavored, garlicky kind of a thing. Alright, so I'm breaking. If you look closely, I've wiped all of the butter and garlic from the pan. Now time to put it off. In another bowl, I'm going to add this spinach mixture. Okay, it's nice hot. Let it be the way it is. Now in this I'm gonna grate in the paneer and Amul cheese. Here I have paneer, I have the Amul cheese. I'm gonna use a grater. Make sure you try to grate it when it is hot so that the paneer and cheese kind of melt a bit and it becomes too creamy and it's easy to work with. You can even crumble the paneer, choice is yours. So I'm gonna grate, I'm grating the paneer right now. Do not wait for the spinach to cool down and all of that. Try to work as soon as possible. If you even grate this and keep, it's absolutely fine, no harm. There goes the paneer and lastly the cheese. The cheese is processed cheese by Amul. Again, it's quite soft. The moment heat comes into contact, it starts getting creamier and creamier. And it's very smooth. There you go. I'm done with my cheese as well. Last, grate to it. Wipe out all the excess cheese. Now, we're gonna mix this mixture. Just fold in everything. Just fold in everything. Just fold in everything. If you look, the cheese is getting softer. It's getting creamier, sorry. There you go. Now, as I said earlier, Spanakopita is a pie. It's made with spinach and feta cheese. Now, this feta cheese is very salty. It has its own flavor. It's very salty. It's very crumbly. Again, if you're using feta cheese, we do not add salt to it. Or if you're adding, it has to be very minimum. Because while boiling or blanching the spinach, I have already seasoned the spinach. Now since I have added Amul cheese, cheese is salty, so now I'm going to be very careful while adding salt. I'm just adding a pinch of salt to it and a teaspoon of black pepper powder. Alright, there you go. My mixture is all ready, all set. Now I'll use another spoon. With the wooden spoon, I'll use a nice spoon so it mixes properly. There you go. Look at your mixture. It's nice, ready to go. Now it's nice and warm. If you want to cool it down, you want to keep it, use it some other day, it's absolutely fine. No problem. There you go. My mixture is ready. This is, once again, it's garlic, spinach, paneer and cheese. Okay, we go to the next part of it. Now comes the rolling part. Now this is a little tedious. Usually people get confused. How does this patti samosa work? How does this work? This is your strips, okay, for the samosa. This is your patti. It's ready. I've got it. So now, if we put the mixture and roll it, you need something to stick. You need a glue. An edible glue can be made with maida, your refined flour, and water. That's it. So I've got my maida, I've got the water. I'm just gonna mix this with my brush. I've got a nice pastry brush to work with, and there you go. This becomes your glue. Make sure it's not too lumpy. If you need more water, you can always add, as I need more water. Basically, I'm trying to make a paste, an edible glue which helps the samosa patti to stick to it. Once again, I repeat, I'm doing Spanako Pita, which is a triangular form of a samosa. It's a Greek dish. I have twisted few flavors, few ingredients, and made it an Indian version of it. There you go, my paste is ready. Nice and pasty. That's going to be my glue. So, starting with this. Alright. I've got my stuffing ready. Be careful, do not put too much of stuffing first, otherwise it can pop up while cooking. There you go. I've got my stuffing. So now we're gonna fold it into triangle. Just before that, I'm gonna apply this glue all over my pastry and then start folding. So first fold, triangle. Press it so whatever excess comes out, but don't worry. Another triangle. Press the sides. Again, another triangle, another triangle, and last, if you feel it's dried up a bit, you can add more paste, more glue, and there you go. Finally, you press and you leave it aside. Okay, make sure you press your sides, that's important. Alright, that's one. I'm going to show you a couple more. I know it's a little difficult when it comes to rolling of this pastry, but it's easy. Just remember, triangle, triangle, triangle. Again, I put the glue. Now I'm going to put the filling. Again, we start off, I'll hold it this way so it becomes easy for the camera to catch it. Triangle. Another triangle. Another triangle. Now last, there you go, pastry, and there you go, I finished it. There it is. That was the second one. I'm going to do 3 more, so it's easy. Alright, so I hope you got it. Now pastry, a samosa patti, it's easily available. You can buy that. You can buy a phyllo sheet. Phyllo sheets are probably thinner, and in phyllo sheets you can either fry or bake. That's a healthier version or option. You get a healthier option when you use phyllo. There you go. There you go, triangle. And last is the finishing, and that's about it. Okay, I hope we are getting. If you have any doubts, any questions, please do ask me in the comment box. I will reply to it. Alright, there we go. There you go. And these patties, these strips, usually dry out very easily. So if you feel your sheet is dried out, just put a damp cloth over it. A wet cloth. So what happens, it probably retains the moisture. There you go. Next, I've got enough filling. I'm going to turn up the heat a bit so that we're ready to rock and roll. So there we go. There you go. Finally sealing. Now one last one I'm going to make, just one more. In the meanwhile, I'm going to start frying few as well. So let me get the wok on the other side. Medium heat. Hot oil, a little dangerous to work with, but be careful. Alright, there we go. Last one. I'm going to make one last one. Filling you can always use, you can make something else. Shapes again, if you want different shape, go for it. I'm stuck to a triangle because I love triangles. There you go. Triangle. And last but not the least, bang. I'm done with this. Now time to fry. So we start from the order. So let's try to check whether the oil is heated or not. Add a small pastry sheet into it. Yes, it is. Once again, it just takes a couple of minutes to fry. You just need the coloration. That's it. Once the coloration is done, we are ready to go. I have my spoon, everything ready. There you go. I've already got some color. Oil is nice and hot. Lovely. There you go. Now I'm gonna pull it out straight on my plate with nice tissues. You see, it didn't even take a minute. You just need to put that pastry, the putty, which is on the outer side, because inside is already cooked. Now the next three. It's nice crispy on the outer side and it's nice soft and juicy in the inside. What happens over here is this stuffing, probably jaya, can be used in your paratha. You can make a paratha out of it, or something else which is stuffed actually. But it can be used, definitely. Okay. Okay, now one part is done. The Spanako Pita is done. Now we move to the dip. How are we going to eat it? Obviously it's a Greek dish. It cannot be eaten with chutney or ketchup. No, I wouldn't. I would go for something which is acidic, which has more flavor, a herb probably. So now for the tzatziki, here it is. It's a very simple dip which is made with curd, dill leaves, also known as shepu locally, cucumber and salt. That's it. The flavor here, the flavor is of dill. Dill has a very unique flavor. It has its own flavor. So we're going to use a lot of dill into it. When it's Greek, obviously Middle Eastern food has a lot of dill. It's your own herb, dill and parsley, but here we are using only dill. So that's our Spanako Pita, ready to go. I'm not going to cut it, I'm just allowing it to rest. Coming to the dip, I need a bowl to work with. So I'm just getting my curd. So now, this is the curd, I'm making a dip. I've got my curd here. This is Amul curd. It's roughly around 100 grams. I've whisked it. So we're going to use all of it. This Amul must be nice and thick. Next is one tip I would give you. This is grated cucumber. I have grated the cucumber and I have left it in a tea strainer to ooze out excess water. Now you see the magic here. Look at the water. Now once you start grating cucumber, it has a lot of water. Obviously it's going to ooze out on its own. But to make the process a little faster, we just mix in a little bit of salt and leave it in a strainer. There you go. Now you may be wondering, is this whole cucumber? No, it's not the whole cucumber. If you look over here, these are the seeds of the cucumber. Whereas you can use this for some raita or something else. This is only the white part, the flesh of the cucumber. Okay? So we're going to use that for tzatziki. The dip with it. Alright. I feel I have removed maximum water from it. I'm going to take it. Look how it is. Mix it with the curd. Okay. Then we have some dill leaves. These are dill. I'm going to chop them. There's too much. I'm going to chop some nice dill. Flavor over here is dill again. There you go. Lots of dill. I'm gonna season it with salt. Only salt here again. Pepper will make it too pungent. There you go. More dill. Usually in the original recipe it says you need to add lemon juice to it as well. But if you taste your curd, it's already sour. You do not need much acid to it. So I have not added lemon juice though, but if you feel so, you can. Alright, there you go. Our dip is ready. Again I repeat, this is curd. This is cucumber which is grated with almost all the moisture oozed out. Seasoned with salt, and the flavor here is dill, also known as sepu. Alright, my dip is done. Now ready for presentation. We're almost done with both of them, both of the dishes, the dip as well as our Spanako Pita triangles. There you go. This is how it looks like. Nice creamy. So now if you play with it more, the cucumber is going to leave a lot of water, and this is going to be watery. We'll serve it immediately. So I'm going to get my serving tray. I've got some glasses in which I'm going to present this. Very different, little different. Oops. There we go. So now firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my dip into the glass. You can just serve it on a tray, it's fine. It's just me. This is the dip, tzatziki. Now I would always suggest people, if you're making a tzatziki, this dip, it's always made and eaten at the last minute. I'm gonna dip some in here. There we go. Put one more. And there you go. Spanakopita. It's all ready with the tzatziki. I will keep you only. We have one more glass, and there it is. Since I have used a dill, I'm just gonna put a little bit of dill all over. There we go, nice fresh dill into this. There it is. My Spanako Pita is ready to roll. Sorry. Just to add a little bit of decorations. And the last one to go. There you go. This is Spanako Pita triangles with tzatziki, my way. So once again, let's do a quick recap about this. I've done a Spanako Pita, which is spinach and cheese pie. I've done into a triangles. What I've used over here is I've used plant spinach, garlic, Amul butter, cheese, paneer, salt, black pepper, and I've used samosa patti. So now basically to make the filling, I've sauteed garlic, butter, garlic, spinach just for a minute or so, and then remove the mixture into a bowl. Added grated butter and grated cheese and paneer to it. Made a mixture. Then I've taken samosa patti. I've put my mixture into it and folded. To stick it, I've made a glue with refined flour and water. After that, after sealing, I've deep fried it. For the tzatziki, which is your dipping, I've used curd, I've used cucumber, I've used dill leaf or shepu, and salt to season. For the dipping, I have mixed everything together. One thing to remember is the cucumber. make sure you remove maximum water from the cucumber and then try to mix it with the curd, otherwise it becomes too runny. That's about it. Thank you very much. I thank Amul, Sashank and Abhishek for helping me out through. Then I thank my Annabelle from Don Bosco College Hospitality Studies and all the faculty who supported me throughout, friends and families too. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, viewers.